side we base.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has created a child labour unit to deal with what has become a significant problem in the country. Director of the unit, Marva Zimenez, says some Jamaican children are involved in the worst forms of child labour.
In the agricultural sector, for example, you would have children at a very, very early age, some as young as 6-year-old, who were found to be on the fishing beaches, assisting in the diving and the drawing up of fish pots. They were also engaged in the gutting and the scaling of fish. So you would understand those you use sharp implements for that kind of activity, and that would pose a hazard to the child.
So is there a difference between chores and labour as it relates to children?
We are working with the International Labour Organization's definition of child labour. It's not all work that is being targeted for elimination. It's okay for children to do chores, and you wouldn't want for children to be watching and they're saying, oh, the government is saying we are not supposed to be helping at home, because that's not true, because we know the positive benefits that can have for a child. So it's work that is considered to be mentally, physically, socially, spiritually, emotionally dangerous towards the child's development. Any unacceptable form of work that is detrimental to the child's growth and development.
A study conducted by the ministry, which has informed some of its current policies, found that while child labour activities island-wide are basically the same, the problem was more evident in urban centres.
There was a predominant number in urban centres, and it was either urban centres, rural, or urban centres, KSA, Kingston and St. Andrew. So it is in keeping with the drift where persons move from more deeply rural areas into the urban centers, because going into the urban centers, they're after economic opportunities and to find a better way to enhance themselves socially and economically. So there's the rural-urban drift, so it is in keeping with that.
The Child Labour Unit also tackles the issue of children conducting activities on the streets for monetary gain.
Unfortunately, yes, we have that situation, and we would consider that to be one of the worst forms of child labour, because you do have some children who are not only working on the streets, but they're also living and working on the streets, and therefore they are unattached to families. For those children, in 2000, I think it was 2000, that a survey was done for street and working children, and it indicated that there were about 6,500 who were there.
I asked Ms. Zimenez if parents can be criminally charged for allowing their offspring to engage in child labour.
It is left to the discretion of the resident magistrate court, because the parent can be brought in front of the family court for Kingston and St. Andrew, and the family court in the other jurisdictions. And it's left to the discretion of the judge at that time to examine all the parameters of the case, because we work in collaboration with the Child Development Agency, and the case is investigated and the necessary determination is made in terms of remedies. So sometimes parents, they are given the support with all the other various government agencies who has that kind of a program to assist to their economic and social well-being.
If you know of children engaging in child labour, here's how you can help.
Well, the mechanism is there through the Office of the Children's Registry. Report 188 Protect. If not, the first point of contact and immediate action is the police. And the necessary mechanisms are in place for the police to work with the Child Development Agency, and it is taken from there through the courts. Or if not, the child is kept for a minimum time until you can make the necessary referrals to provide the necessary assistance, both for the child and for the family.
I'm crying for the people. I'm crying for the people. Can someone give me a reason?